Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? Just going to give it a couple of minutes before I start. So today we're going to talk about star seeds. Hello everyone. Oh, I see more of y'all joining. How are you guys doing? And today I'm going to talk all about star seeds. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. This is your time. I'm just going to give it a minute or so. I see more and more of y'all joining in. Are y'all excited for today's topic? Show me you are here. Hi, Moni. How are you? I know you have been looking forward to this topic for a while. So, yes. Oh, hello to you and heaps of hearts to you as well. Please, if anyone else are here, please feel free to say hi. Tell me if you guys have any questions. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. How are you? All right, I'm going to start. All right. So, starseeds are basically beings from other planets and galaxies and star systems who have come to Earth for a variety of reasons. One of the reasons would be I'm so glad you're excited about today's topic. Yes, as I was saying, starseeds come to Earth for a variety of reasons, and one of the reasons are they come here to volunteer. Actually, most starseeds come here to volunteer. Rarely you have starseeds who come here as a holiday, but there are starseeds who do come to Earth as a holiday as well. But most of the time, it's mission related. It's volunteer reasons. It's just like how we go to third world countries to volunteer, it's something like that. So and Earth's original dimension was 5D, but because of the not so good forces that altered the dimensional frequencies, it has indeed become 3D right now. Hi MJ, good to see you. Hi Amy, good to see you. Hi Adriel, good to see you too. I'm so glad you're here. Wow, I didn't expect so many so many of y'all to turn out. You guys must be really excited. And a lot of twin flames are star seeds as well, but there are some twin flames who are not star seeds, which means they're earther souls. So that's where the distinction lies. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie says hi to everyone. All right. Wow, you've got a good. So today I'll talk all about star seeds, and then in my future lives I'll go into particular star families and their soul traits and everything with regards to that. All right, so as I was saying, star seeds come here for a variety of reasons, and the main reason being to help bring Earth back to its original dimension. Hi Priya, good to see you. Hi Mai, good to see you. Hi, how have you all been? And I know, wow, it's already been a week since the new year started. How has your new year been? How has everyone been doing? Has it been a good start? Energetically, how has it been? It did start off a little heavy with full moon. The full moon energies have been pretty intense this week. So some of y'all may be feeling it. Hi, Megan. So glad you made it. City is finally coming. It's of course, because finally the festive season is over. But this full moon has been quite heavy energetically. So some of y'all may feel rather fatigued and may find yourself resting more than usual. Hi, Linda. Always good to see you. Hope everyone is doing great. Priya, it's been a good start. Feeling my vibration rising since the beginning of the. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so glad, guys. 2023 has been awesome for you all. That is fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. And isn't it wonderful to have, you know, to start the year with such wonderful energies, except for the full moon. But again, not all twin flames, not everyone has been very sensitive to it. It has affected some people, but it's going to be over soon because um, next week onwards things will start to pick up again. Hi, Bharati. Good to see you. Bharati says Happy New Year to everyone. Oh, that is wonderful, Priya. Moni, I feel like a cat taking so many naps past couple of days. So you are clearly one of them affected by the full moon energies of this month. Hi, Samantha. So good to see you. Hi, Amy. Oh dear. Probably the full moon energies. See, different full moons tend to affect different people, and it affects some beings more than the others. So sometimes closer to full moon or post full moon, if you're experiencing fatigue, so it's just a sign for you to like rest. Megan, I saved two lives tonight. One was a grab out of a fire, and one was a cardiac arrest. Because, oh wow, good on you. You saved two lives. Well done, mate. Hi, Rachel. Good to see you. Happy New Year. And Rachel says hi to everyone. Oh, so lovely to see you all. Wow, I'm so glad. I know last week's live, a lot of y'all joined in, so I was wondering, hey, probably this week would slow down, but I'm so glad you guys are as excited as last week, and it's amazing how I see all of y'all back here again. And I know today's topic is really, really interesting, and it's meant to enlighten you guys on what exactly star seeds are. And I mean, there are a lot of definitions online, but specifically, you may be wondering what are star seeds and why do they come to Earth? Why can't they stay in their own home planet? So that's what we're going to discuss. Oh, Lisa, I've been sleeping a lot last couple of days. Oh, full moon energies. So is some of y'all affected more than the others? And the only way is to rest it out. And this full moon has brought a lot of focus on your emotions. So some of y'all may be feeling that you have not fulfilled certain things, or you may feel like you're not living up to your fullest potential and things like that. Oh, just Google Starseed a bit, but how do we know we are one piece? Oh, of course, I will check through the Agashik records, and that's how I'm able to tell if you guys are Starseeds or not. So, yes, and Priya, you're definitely a Starseed. Oops. Yeah. A lot of people on a spiritual journey tend to be starseeds. Often you would be able to tell that you're a starseed by yourself. Like you will often feel like you do not belong to Earth. You may feel homesick. That is a big sign that you are a starseed. And you would have this yearning to go back home. And constantly, you'll be like wondering and you'll be like, hey, I am home, but you'll still not feel at home at all. And see it this way, guys. Often it's like migration, you migrate from one country to another country. So, and then you might be missing your homeland. That's how it works. But it's just that it's not like on Earth, you migrate to one country, you can go home and visit your home as often. Like once you come to Earth, you are here for the long haul, at least for a lifetime or several lifetimes. So, depending on your mission and things like that. All right, I'm going to read. Yes, you are a Palladian, Adriel. And Palladian star seeds bring a lot of change to Earth. They tend to have that motto that says, I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna change. In fact, Syrian star seeds, Palladian star seeds tend to they're much more of y'all here, and you guys have been here for a while since the start and fall of civilizations. You've been here through different eras and periods of time as well. Hi, Nimit says hi to everyone and happy new year. Megan, I don't believe I'm a starseed, but I don't think we have delved into that yet. I'm a native earthling, but I think I come from the heavenly realms of earth. Oh, absolutely, hun. Yep, that's so me. Yes, yes. Angelic human has always resonated with me. Earth angel, angel stuck in the. Yes, beautiful. Yeah, there are also earth angels. Um, there's another star seed family called Mission Realmers. They are from the angel worlds as well. So that's another group of star seeds. I will talk more about star seeds because there's so much to talk about different star systems, star families. So today is just going to be a general one. Oh, Priya, yes, and I will tell you more about what star seed you are in your reading, which I have been wanting to give you for weeks now. Sorry about the delay, but yes, I'll write more about it in your reading. Amy, you told me and my TF about star seeds. I don't feel I belong here. I don't feel like I'm helping Earth by my presence. Oh, okay. There sometimes when you incarnate a lot of times on Earth, you may feel really lost, and you may no longer feel like you want to participate in your mission or you want to play a role in. You're lost yourself because what happens is after a while when you're on Earth, you will start to feel really affected by the densities of Earth. It tends to take a toll, and the longer you incarnate here, the more it tends to have an effect. Because, and the thing is, Earth is not supposed to be in this density at all. Earth is supposed to be in 5D, but then you have got the positive souls and the negative souls, and the not so souls came in and they kind of created a simulation on Earth. So, which means the original frequency of Earth is 5D, but right now we are living in a simulation which is 3D, and that is what causes the density. So, we are like on Earth, but on a projected version of Earth. That's why sometimes you may feel like you're in a matrix. You feel like you're not in control of your lives. You feel like rather you tend to be affected by a lot of negative emotions. um, it's very difficult to maintain a happy frequency all the time on Earth. Like something will bring you down, like day-to-day events, anything, like so many things would come to play and things like that. Ashita, yes, I feel like a couch potato. Was bedridden this past few weeks, days. No energy to do anything, and it felt depressing to be honest. Oh, you have been very sensitive to the energies of late. Megan, stuck in the meat suit. That depends on electric pulses from the grey squishy stuff in my skull. Yeah, exactly. We're all stuck in our meat suits. How do I find out if I'm a star seed? You can book a reading with me and I'll be able to tell you what kind of star seed, where you come from. You can Google and you can read more about star seeds and see which star family you resonate with. That's another way as well. Linda, Andromeda is what I connect with. So you're probably an Andromeda star seed. And Sarah, often when you feel like you're drawn to starseeds, you're probably one of them. Oh, thank you so much, Priya. You're really wonderful. Thank you so much. Was told by Medium I'm a starseed. That's when I started researching starseed. I've always felt drawn to Orion. That's why I purchased the reading freebie to see if I can get a clearer picture of my starseed origin, or to actually confirm if I'm in fact a starseed. Still anxiously waiting for my report. Yes, AP Wong, I know I'm working on your report, and can confirm you're a starseed as well. And in your report, you will know more in detail what starseed you are. So excited. When you find out, it really makes a difference when you actually find out what starseed you are. It gives this whole, it gives you clarity, and it probably answers a lot of questions as to why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and it gives you more clarity on your purpose on earth as well, because you may often be thinking, hey, why am I here? What is the reason I'm here? Why am I behaving like this? And then you realize, hey, it's a trait of your star family. So yes, so as I was saying, being a star seed is being a star seed is a very unique experience, something that you might feel. See, there are a lot of pros and cons to being a star seed on earth. The pros are, you are here on mission, you're doing something good, you're here to help with earth's ascension, everything. The downside would be you'll be yearning to go back home. You'll always feel homesick. Like sometimes you just feel like, I don't belong here, or like, what am I doing here? Am I really contributing to earth? Is there something I can do? All of these things would tend to come by. Megan, 100%. Or somebody up above must have tricked me into this skin chill, because, oops, because I have a hard time believing I opted for these shenanigans. Adriel, I feel the same. Sanila, hi dear, I'm a starseed. Yes, you are. I would say though, this whole firefighter gig and cheating death by playing with the dragon is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Or you see, you're still excited about your passion, which is an amazing thing. MJ says, Earth Angel doesn't mean angel stuck on Earth. It's where you were going. Are we here because we volunteered? Yes, as I was talking about in the beginning of my video, one of the reasons starseeds come here is because they have volunteered. Most of the time. Most of the time, you will feel like, you see, that there are only two major reasons you can be on earth. One is you have volunteered, one is you have chosen to come here, either to experience what earth is like. And that holiday reason is very rare, but there are souls who are captivated by earth, because from elsewhere, earth is this beautiful blue planet with so much potential and opportunities and beauty, and there's its own, even though it is in a kind of like a matrix kind of environment, where because of the shield you don't remember anything about your origins. It's still an interesting place, especially for when we are looking at earth from above. It's different to when we are here. Sarah, it's funny you say you're always feeling homesick. I'm always feeling that way. I move a lot. I get the urge to move and find my forever home, but I can never find it. Or, yes, actually, tuning in, I can confirm you're a starseed, Sarah. Yes. Rachel, I assume I'm a starseed because I do feel densities and I don't, and I, and like I don't belong here. You would often feel that, it's one of those things you would kind of know since you were born. Oh, Ashita, I feel the same as if I'm a misfit. Yeah, you would feel that way. And you see, the thing is, there are a lot of information available on Starseeds online, which when you read, you may resonate and you will connect with some of the star seed families, and yeah, and you'll be able to know what star seed you are. Megan, I know, I'm just joking around and talking smack like I always do. Moni, I was told by you and a couple others that Eric and I are Palladian starseeds. I don't feel like Earth is my home. I recently got the name of my two top Palladian ancestors named July and Fall, and they're monadic twins too. They guide and watch me and Eric. Oh, thanks for that, Moni. Absolutely. And it's wonderful that you got your Palladian ancestors' name, and it's amazing that they're guiding you, isn't it? See, that's another thing. Once you find out that you are a star seed and you start connecting with your star family, you just get more support and clarity on your journey because you always have your star family looking out for you, so then it becomes an additional support you have. And often your star family is sending you a lot of messages which you would often not really be listening to until you are aware you're a star seed. So, in that regard, it's really, really amazing to know. Once you know your star origins, everything changes. You have a different perspective of yourself here, and you will start to feel much, much more in tune with why you're here. So, in that regard, awareness about your origins is something that affects your life greatly. Lisa, okay, I understand that we said yes to coming to Earth, but who exactly were we answering to when we said that we wish to volunteer? I want to write a letter. Absolutely. Often the Galactic Federation, you have all these different organizations, just like on Earth, you have organizations up there as well, and it is through them you have volunteered often. That's why once you have an understanding of who you are on a soul level, it's much more easier to navigate around these things, rather than just being stuck in what you know. When your knowledge expands, you get more clarity. So, yeah, Lisa, you can write a letter to the Intergalactic Federation and yeah, the other organizations out there and ask them why exactly did I volunteer. Priya, it's only twin flame that are starseeds? Nope. Their starseeds can be twin flames and not be twin flames as well. So it doesn't matter in that regard. AP1, completely feel you. This is why I tell myself, no matter how much harder this life will get, I'm going to do this lifetime right, so I would have no desire to come back to Earth. It's become my mantra. Yeah, actually, if you have fulfilled all that you wish to fulfill on Earth, then you would naturally go back home or go back to the higher frequency or return to other stages in your evolution. Often souls return because there's some unfulfilled desire, or there's something that they want to do, there's something that they have missed. It could be a little tiny reason as to, oh, I wanted to do this but I couldn't do this. I wanted to have children but I couldn't have children, so I'm coming back to Earth. Or like, I wanted to visit this place, I wanted to live in this part of Earth and I couldn't. You come back for many, 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 many reasons, and it could be a small reason, it could be a big reason. Some reasons could include, like, you felt like you've done wrong to someone, so you come back to neutralize it. Sometimes you feel like someone has wronged you, so you want to come back so that they can make things right for you. So if you go into that, there's and the most important thing that you got to understand is it's never ending. That's the thing about life on Earth. This is a constant samsara where things are ongoing constantly, and you could never neutralize these things. So when you actually come back, you will want to come back again and again and again. So in that regard, you are going to be constantly stuck in this illusion. So it's only within you that you want to, like, awaken and stop this cycle. So first you have to understand that you can never balance things on Earth. So things can never be neutralized. And when your desire ceases, naturally you will stop coming to Earth. So that's what you guys have to eventually work on, like in regards of enlightenment and spiritual awakening. You work with detachment, you work with coming to a state of being completely desireless. So when you start having this intent, you start working towards it, so you wouldn't be carried away. So for example, here you are on Earth and you feel like, hey, I didn't fulfill my potential, I didn't feel like I've lived my best life, so I want to come back, and that's what happens. You keep coming back. And there's another crucial part, because we're working with so many energies on Earth. Sometimes your destiny might be hijacked. So you may have come here to fulfill, but then you would not be given the chance, because when you were vibrating in a lower dimension, in a lower vibrational state, your energies were hijacked. And then, of course, so think of it like the movie Matrix. The reason why, in order for this illusion to flourish, you need a lot of souls, a lot of players, a lot of beings. So the objective of the makers of this imaginary veil, this dimensional frequency, is to keep as many souls trapped. So in order to beat it is to awaken to who you are on a soul level. And like MJ says, when you pray to God, when you go deep within, when you cry out to your creator, why I'm here, you get the necessary knowledge and wisdom to wake up. Often when you start questioning, the moment you start questioning, you awaken to this matrix, and that is a crucial start. The thing is, a lot of starseeds already have mission codes that helps you to awaken and return home, but some starseeds get trapped on Earth. They fall in love, or something, and then they start incarnating here over and over again, and then it becomes this endless. You see, even if you see all of those like popular TV shows, it's all about living on Earth forever. People are constantly working towards a way or a technology to be constantly living on Earth. Which, in again, it's quite scary. Like, why do you want to be stuck here eternally? There's a reason why there's death. There is an end. Because the truth is, you would not be able to live on Earth forever, and if you are trapped in this illusory matrix. I'm going to look at some comments. I see a lot of them coming. Megan, I've always felt like I was under Archangel Michael. He often visits my dream and meditation and kind of speaks to me like a commander speaks to a soldier. I always feel him with me when I'm in a burning building or otherwise in some kind of a peril in my career. Lisa, of course, your feedback. So, the more you connect with your star family, with why you are here, with the organization you volunteered from up there, the more you will be able to communicate with them. Remember, Earth is one of those unique planets where there is this frequency where you forget who you are. So, coming here with amnesia is big, big risk. And that's why a lot of volunteer souls who come to Earth are making a big sacrifice because anything can happen here. And communication back home, it's not going to be as clear as a phone call or something like that. So in order for you to really wake up to who you are, you have to tune in to your origins and you have to start working through that constantly. So you have to be in tune with the universe and start to figure out why you're here, and then slowly you will get clarity. You will get it in form of dreams, in form of messages, in the form of guidance. These would really help you to remember who you are. It often starts like that. A question is what's going to kickstart your journey. First you're going to wonder why you're here, and after that everything is not going to make sense, especially when you're not really in the rat race. For example, if you are part of the rat race, it's going to be quite difficult to awaken because everything becomes a routine. You do this at this time, you go to work 5 days a week, you have no time to question your reality. Often, awakening self realization happens when there's a major crisis in your life. For example, you're not doing too well in university, or you're not doing too well in your work, and then you start to question, like, why am I suffering so much? Like, what is the reason that I'm suffering so much? Why am I in constant pain and suffering? And that's when you're like questioning everything about your reality, and that's when you cry out to the universe, you cry out to God, you just want to know why you are here. And then the right people will be introduced. You will come across the right communities, you will come across the right people who can help you. It's kind of like once you start questioning, you will be sent the right circumstances your way, the right people your way, and then slowly you would start to awaken to this reality. MJ, we all depend on God at the end, so address God. I already told him I don't want to come back. Yes, actually, a lot of your souls actually say this. You keep praying to God and say, I want this to be my last lifetime on earth, and that is a really good start. Linda, is it true that most of us, this is our last lifetime on earth? It really depends on you. Like I said, a small little desire is enough to get you stuck in this matrix on earth. So you have to be really careful. And that's why when you're dying, your thoughts and your vibrational frequencies really do matter. Because if you have an unfulfilled desire, or if something is edging you, then chances of you returning to earth is up there. But if you feel really content and happy and feel satisfied, then you're going to go back home. So that's why it's so important. Your last thought is your next destination. I always say this to all my clients. Your last thought is your next destination. So you have to be really careful at that time of death. Adriel, I never want to do this mashallah ever again. Makes no sense at all. Earth actually doesn't make sense at all. And so many brave volunteer souls have come here and have gone back because it's not easy. And some have just allowed Earth to be what it is, like when you're up there, you can't really, because there's still free will here. A lot of souls, their free wills are manipulated. So in a way, they are here out of free will. So they have to awaken. You can't just like the movie Matrix, you can't just, most souls, when you tell them, hey, you want to awaken to them, you want to wake up and come back home, they'll be like, no, because they have already established their lives in this illusion. So a lot of souls don't even want to wake up and snap out of the matrix. They choose to be in this matrix is because they get what they desire. So it gets really, really complex and tricky. And that's why Earth is one of the trickiest planets all across the universe. It's like so many energies are at play, and it's just the way it is. Lisa, does the feeling of homesickness go away once you're actively participating in the mission that was meant for you, once you connect in your purpose? The feeling of homesickness will not go away that easily, because once you recognize that you're not part of this earth, it's always going to be lingering at the background. But the thing is, once you start actively participating in your mission, you will have a sense of purpose. You'll feel like, hey, I am doing something to make things better. So that will supersede what you feel. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you will not feel homesick anymore. So yeah, so if you focus on other things naturally, like example, if you go to another country, naturally, if you migrate to another country, you will feel homesick for a while, but then once you start focusing on work and day-to-day life, that will change. So that's exactly what happens here on earth as well. Adriel, I sure want to know why I'm here. Seems like I can't do much or ever could, trapped. Or the more you connect with the universe, the more you pray to God, the more you connect to your origins, the more you will feel much more clarity. And of course, I'll be able to help you. I can connect to your Akashic records and find out what is your mission and why you're here. The most important thing is connecting more deeply to the universe. It's all about our soul purpose. In a way, once you find out what your purpose is, it becomes more bearable living on earth. You would feel less lost, and you feel like, hey, I'm able to survive. Yeah, so it is. But again, after you come to earth, it changes. Sometimes why you're here changes to what you want to experience and what you want to fulfill, because this is a full-blown illusory planet. So once you're here, there's some things that you want to constantly fulfill. So it becomes much more complex. So your purpose, there's a huge, like your purpose might be hijacked, or you may feel yourself being, your energy is being drawn by the not so good energetic forces. So there are a lot that is at play on earth. So that's why if you go to your original soul purpose, you will gain more clarity often. And the thing is, it's not going to be clear as well, like what your sole purpose is. You being here in itself could be your sole purpose, because you're harboring light to earth. You're helping mend the frequencies of earth. So that could be your sole purpose. So sometimes it's not going to be as complicated as you would imagine it to be. And sometimes it may look so simple, but there's so much happening on an energetic level as well. Love Sanchez. I miss seeing my caretakers in my dreams. It's been a long while. I use ask for upgrades sometimes in my dreams, but since I've met my twin flame, it's like they've disappeared. You can always reconnect with them and, start asking your caretakers to be more present in your dreams. But I know how it feels like. You must be really missing them. It tends to happen when you meet your twin flame for the first time. Your soul goes into a state of shock, and when it does go into a state of shock, you may find a lot of changes happening in your life. Ashita, how do we know if you're a starseed? I'll be able to find out, through a soul reading or just a consultation. I'll be able to find out where you're from, and it'll be much longer reading. So you can always book me for a reading, but I can tell you you're a starseed from doing a very quick check right now for you. Adriel, I'm in a rat race for sure. There's a question. Oh, I'm so glad. Love Sanchez says, I'm grateful I found my indigenous community. That's wonderful. Oh, Lisa has a question for MJ. How do you know when you are? I think I've answered. Have I answered this question? Yes, I did. The thing is, the homesickness will be there, but the more you participate in your mission, the more in alignment and more fulfilled you'll feel. So it will kind of like you're shifting focus. That's what happens. Amy, do we make the choice not to come back after we die? It really, really depends on where your soul is at the time that it's leaving earth, because you might have an unfulfilled desire, or you may have this lingering to do something that you are not able to do in this lifetime, and often these are the reasons why you return back to earth. Hello Jessica, good to see you. Does finding your soul mission help other starseed find theirs? Of course, the thing is, once you're aware of what your soul mission is, and once you're actively participating in your soul mission and purpose, you will be able to help others because you will have clarity within you. So that's the good thing. So that's why. So once you know who you are, you will be able to help other starseeds find theirs as well. I think I was Megan. I think I was a bit too intoxicated to feel the shock in 3D when I met mine. I tell him all the time, though, that from the first moment I met him, he never felt like a stranger. Oh, oh that's what happens when you meet your twin flame. I'm way too at home in this shit show, y'all. I've been here since Lumeria. Lumeria. Me too. My first incarnation. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Lumoria has got such a beautiful, fascinating history, and they've got this group of people called the dreamers. They can literally help you. They can literally help you dream. They can literally bring you, how do I put it? They can help you create your reality. So what they will basically do is they will ask you what your dream is, and then they will literally dream that reality for you, which means, example, you want to be this or be that, you will start living that. So that's how powerful, Lemurians are. So it's amazing. Jessica, I would like to know if my guides are able to easily communicate with me and how the best way they do. So I'm more prepared and willing to be open to what they are saying. It really depends on how you receive information. And often you may feel like, oh, this is one way I receive information and this is another way I receive. So what makes you comfortable? It boils down to that. Okay, I'm just looking through questions. Adriel, oh my gosh, my twin always says living the dream, and yeah, you're talking about the dreamers. Yeah, the dreamers are truly, truly fascinating. It's very hard to find them, and it is believed that even other star civilizations started to um, replicate ways of what the dreamers did. But truly, that was a gift. They could literally help any soul out there live their dream, like anything. Megan tells Adriel that I always say, just remember, nightmares are dreams too. Nah, but the thing about the dreamers is that, of course, the dream is completely your desire. So actually, dreams become nightmares when the not so good energies hijack them. That's what happens with nightmares, really. That's why when you are more connected to the universe, you would feel like you're protected, you're being guided. But yeah, the dreamers are very, very fascinating. It's like literally anything. So you could just go to your go to a dreamer and tell them I want to be with my twin flame. They can literally dream that reality for you. Oh, isn't that amazing? But then you would start questioning what is reality. Morgan, hi Vaishnavi. I hope you're doing well. I was told that my twin flame and I are magnetic flames. How do I know if you're star seeds or not? Sorry I joined this late, and if you already answered this. Again, same thing, just like how I do checks through the Agashik records to find out if you're a twin flame or not. Same thing with your star origins. So when I look into your Agashik records, I'll be able to tell you whether you are a star seed or not, and what type of star seed you are, and things like that, where you're from, why you're here, and we can delve deeper. Another way would be, if you read up about star seeds, and if you are drawn to a particular star family and you resonate with them, then you probably are that star seed. So I'm here to more of like confirm, you're this star seed, like you're a Sirius star seed or a Palladian star seed. Megan tells Adriel, it's such a cliche, typical blue collar statement too. I say it all the time, but I'm actually living the dream. I wanted to be nothing but a big city firefighter, and I got it. Oh, that's amazing. You see, that's so important, living your dream and feeling satisfied. Sadly, Most people here on earth are not satisfied with their lives. They want something. Some are like constantly searching and searching and still not feeling fulfilled. So if you can find one area of fulfillment in your life, that is amazing in itself. um Priya, it really depends. So there are courses. I do run courses where, I attune you to the Akashic records so that you can accurately access them. So there, so in that way, you will know exactly how to access them and if you are accessing the records itself. So, yeah. So in that regard, courses help because it's like fine tuning your frequency to get the right information. I'll definitely do another live about the Akashic records. And the Akashic records are basically this giant immense library that it is within us and around us. And it's something that the reason why, because you want to be able to access the records accurately. If not, you will just be misled or you might find yourself like going around in circles. That's what happens. So yeah, so that's the reason why when you get an initiation, it's really good. um, when you enter the records, because hey, this is the Akashic records and things like that. All right, guys, do you have any more questions about star seeds? I know we started talking about other stuff as well. I'm going to like wrap up for today so that we can continue next week. Yeah, I'm just looking at questions to see if I'd missed any questions. Ashita, thank you for your feedback. I've been looking for my soul tribe for some time now, and today I was really questioning if it really exists for me or not. I feel this session was meant to be for me. I was actually signing out of Facebook about an hour ago when I stumbled upon MG's post regarding this session. Thank you once again. Oh, you're most welcome. I'm so glad you guys learn things out of this session, and always happy to help. And I do these sessions every week, so always feel free to ask me as many questions as you would like. Love the subject. Thank you. Always enjoyed these. You're most welcome. So if you guys have any more questions, if not, I'll wrap up for today. So basically, star seeds are star souls who are not of this earth. And star seeds often come here on a mission. They volunteer here. Some come here to help other star seeds who are lost on earth as well. Oh, I forgot to mention that. Moni, thank you for your time. Blessings to you and everyone. You're sweet. You're so sweet, Moni. Thank you so much. Megan, I'm definitely feeling the fatigue settling, so pray for me. You all, the Minnesota main station allows me some rest. Love you all. Love you too, Megan. Yes, that the fatigue is from full moon. You're most welcome, Lisa. See you guys next week, and we'll delve more, and I'll talk more about other topics as well, the Akashic records, star seeds, everything you need to know about your journeys, your divine masculine, divine feminine, everything that happens. So we'll talk more next week, guys. Take care and love you all, and see you all next week. Bye bye. So yes, I see there are no more questions. Yeah. So if you guys want a private consultation, feel free to message me, and you can always check out my file for all my services, and I'm more than happy to help you guys. You're most welcome, Linda. Thank you, Adriel. Megan, the fatigue is from the huge. Of course, of course. Yes, you saved 2 lives. Good on you. You really need the rest now, Megan. All right, guys, if you're interested in a reading about your star origins, you can always book a session with me. I'm happy to help you. If you book a live session, it'll be much faster, yeah, than a written report. So, yes. So, if you guys want something, oh, feel free to message me. And yes, we will talk more about Starseed. I'll dig deeper because it's too much of a big topic for me to just talk about in an hour. So we'll talk more. Take care. Love you all, and bye bye.